Hello my friends, welcome back to day 2 of my Lake Michigan tour, also known as the 1 million subscribers special series. If you just stumbled across this video and you haven't seen day 1, I suggest you pause this one, go watch day 1, and then come here to continue the journey. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you showed in the comment section of the day 1 video. And now, without further ado, I want you to sit back, relax, and join me on this epic adventure on day 2 of the trip. So after we spent our first night in Mackinaw City, Michigan, we got up, we washed, got dressed, packed up everything, and got in the car. It was just a quick 5-minute ride before we stopped at Lake Bluff Farms to see the giant sequoia. It was a little uphill walk from where we parked, but the weather was absolutely perfect. The sun was out, the air was nice, cool, and crisp, and the grass was misty. And then there it was, a 116 feet tall sequoia, which apparently is the largest west of the Rockies. But still, it's just 1/2 the size of the biggest sequoias in the world. But one thing that makes it so special is that it's thriving outside its natural growing area. Well, here it is for comparison. There's also a really nice view of the lake over there. I want to go check that out. This is absolutely beautiful. This is the best view I've seen so far. I mean, look at it. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off and just enjoy this. It sure was the best view of the lake that I've seen on this trip so far, and also it was such a good way to start the morning. I don't know how to explain it best other than it was just mentally and spiritually recharging. Also, the sun was shining on this little house next to the sequoia, and it made it look like there's a fire inside. It was just condensation, but it made this whole scene look even better and more peaceful. Then we were back on the road, and once again we continued driving along the lake as close as possible, taking all the lakeshore scenic roads. I was thinking about the people that live here and how lucky they are and how cool it is to have so many trees around you and also just be literally a few minutes away from walking to the lake. However, I really don't want to think about how winter is around here. 20 minutes later, we stopped at the Portage Lake Park in Onekama for a quick bathroom break because someone was rushing to get things ready and packed at the hotel and didn't think about going to the bathroom before we hit the road. We noticed how beautiful this park actually is, and we decided to stop for a little bit and go on a little walk and, just take it all in. Even though the closer we got to the water, the more windy it got. And by the way, this is actually Lake Portage, not Lake Michigan. I was thinking this would probably be a really good spot to go for a swim, but not today. And also the water was probably really cold. I sat there for a bit and just took it all in, thinking, meditating, and just being present. We weren't on the road for too long before we stopped at Arcadia Beach in Arcadia, and I know we were stopping a lot and very often, but I just can't bring myself to pass these cool views of the lake. It's so relaxing and peaceful, I can't even describe it. There was this person on the lake doing what I thought was metal detecting, but maybe they were just collecting rocks. And then in the distance, you could also see the Arcadia Lighthouse. But to be honest with you, this footage you saw just now, it's just me trying to figure out how best to work the zoom on the camera, or maybe I was just pushing the boundaries to see how much I can zoom in. Back on the road, I saw another A&W that was more modern compared to the one in Mackinaw City, and it also had a nice drive-in, which you don't see that often nowadays. We passed through Frankfurt, which, by the way, very creative, A+ on the gateway, and then we stopped for some gas in Beulah or Bola. I'm having a really hard time pronouncing the names of some of these towns. But anyway, there was also a Easy Mart and I decided to go in and check it out. Good, how are you? Just came in to see if there's any cool, interesting, maybe local snacks before we go back on the road. No, these are not snacks, definitely. Maybe a drink? Shouldn't drink too much because there's not many bathrooms where we're going, so. Those look interesting. Have you guys ever had these? So good. I specifically like that one, the cheddar and sour cream, but all of them are really good. That is such a good idea. I'm still kind of looking for that Kit Kat with hazelnut, but no luck. Okay, I think I'm good. No reason to just eat calories for nothing if it's nothing interesting or new or I don't know. Yeah, let's move on to the next town. Once we reached the Empire Village in the Lower Peninsula, I absolutely had to request a stop. And once you find out why, it should be no surprise for those of you who are watching my channel regularly. You guys know I had to stop at a chocolate shop, right? I mean, I just can't help myself. Hello, how are you? This is the only type of asparagus I'm gonna eat. I don't think I'm gonna get any dark one, but I'm gonna get quite a bit of milk chocolate. These are milk chocolate too. I'm gonna grab a fish, why not? Wait, let me make sure it's milk chocolate because I've seen two different colors there. Yep. And this is white chocolate. Actually, let's see the bars. So we got milk, sea salt bark, spicy bark. I'm not a huge fan of barks, but that looks good. The white one, 70, 100. No, so it starts from here. It's more milky, and then as you go, it gets darker and darker. And they also have like drinking chocolate, which I guess it's a powder. I think I'm gonna get this one. Is that enough? I think so, right? Because the more I stay here, the more things I'm gonna get. Okay, one more thing. I want to get these chocolate covered cherries. And I think that's it.
That's it. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, so I just want to try a couple of these. Specifically, this one, the white chocolate, and chocolate covered cherries. I already tried this because my sister got one and I tasted some from hers. It's actually pretty good. And I think that's it. Wait, you want me to try the cookie too? You try it. You try it first and then I'm gonna try it. Oh, real quick, before I get into all that, while reviewing the footage here, I noticed this. A day without chocolate is like a shower without soap. And yes, I agree. So let's start with the chocolate covered cherries. These are really good. I don't think I ever had cherries covered in chocolate. I love cherries and I love chocolate. Never had them covered. Really, really good. Is it working? So next we're gonna try the white chocolate. What? No. White chocolate next. This is really, really good. Should I even try the asparagus? I think it's the same as the fish. Let me see. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So this is a little bit different. I'm gonna try it because it says 70% dark chocolate, and I don't quite get it. How is it dark chocolate, but it's white? We'll find out. It's really dense, but it's really good. It is a little bit different from the other white chocolate bar, but it's still really, really good. It's more rich in a way, but in a different way rich. I don't know how to explain it. So now I'm gonna try the cookie and then that's it. So the edges are really crispy and kind of like airy. That's a lot better. It's still crispy on the top. It's really good. All right, back on the road. And back on the road we went. I can't tell you how much I love a good road trip. There's just something different about, taking a vacation and flying somewhere versus taking a vacation and doing a road trip. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you're going on a vacation, flying somewhere, feels like you're eating at a chain restaurant, and then taking a road trip feels more like you're finding this local place and it's like a mom and pop type of restaurant and you're eating there. I'm not sure that's the best analogy, but I think you get what I'm trying to say, right? Oh, and by the way, I still have some stuff from the shop we just stopped at. They're right here. I still have some chocolate covered cherries. I have the asparagus chocolate, and then I have a few pieces of the white chocolate. So the asparagus is 43% milk chocolate. I was worried for a second just looking at it right now that it's dark chocolate, but it's not. So these are basically the treats that I'm gonna enjoy throughout this video. I hope you don't mind. This just brings me back. Anyway, we tried driving through Pierce Stocking Scenic Drive, but unfortunately the road was closed for repairs, so we had to move along and keep on driving. We did, however, stop at the Sleeping Bear Dunes, and I forgot exactly why we didn't pay the ticket and go on the hike, but what I can tell you right now is that I really regret not doing that. We did see it from the car though, but yeah, after a few minutes we just got back on the road. We kept on driving, but it wasn't too long before we got to our next stop, the Glen Haven Historic Village. Maybe I do not have the right shoes for this. It is such a fine sand though, that's crazy. I am geeking out at the simplest things sometimes, but it's true. Oh, there's people in the water. It's honestly not that hot that you can get in the water. I'm pretty sure the water is quite cold. Okay, this is a boat. And that's pretty much all I could say before all the other tourists approached the boat and started taking pictures with it. So I left the boat and started walking towards the village part and went inside this cute little old school themed store with creaking wood floor. They had all kinds of things you can buy, mostly souvenirs, and there was also a little museum about the town founder. And then once I moved closer towards the counter, I saw these jars of candy. I picked up the last cherry mash and then looked around to see if they have anything else that's interesting, but I decided eventually to stick with the cherry mash only. I never had one before, and I think this part of Michigan is known for cherries, and there's cherry festivals and all that stuff, so... Alright, let's check this cherry mash out and see what it is. That looks really delicious. It's a little bit windy, I hope it's not ruining the audio. That is really, really good. Very, very flavorful. Alright, I think it's time to go. By the way, Glen Arbor's downtown is so beautiful, and while we were mesmerized by this beautiful city, I forgot to make one more stop. You see, a good friend from work suggested I stop at two places, and one of them was Cherry Republic. And where is that, you might ask? Well, it's exactly in Glen Arbor, and I only realized that once we were out of the town and I checked the map. However, I made sure I don't miss the second spot she suggested, which wasn't too hard because everyone was getting hungry, and this was the perfect spot to get a little something to eat. It's called Nine Bean Rose, and it's kind of like a farmstead slash cafe slash bakery slash souvenir type of place. Very lovely shop with a lot of goodies and also a couple tables to eat at. I didn't even have time to look at their menu because I was stuck on these local cherry drinks. In the meantime, my dad started ordering stuff, and I'm guessing they were all more hungry than I thought. So I ended up grabbing the drinks while everyone else got settled at a table, and let me tell you, the bakery products were just amazing. We had some butter croissants, these incredibly delicious spinach and feta pastries, and of course, some egg salad. It was all very delicious, and I highly recommend you stop there if you're ever around. After that, we pretty much stayed on the road for quite a while. We didn't really stop for anything other than maybe the occasional bathroom break. We were just trying to get to the destination of the day and where we would end up spending the night. We passed through Travers City, which I know it's beautiful and there's so much to do and see. We didn't stop at the Music House Museum, but I heard it's really cool and I wish we did stop there. And again, there's so many good things to see and stop at, but it's just not enough time. If you really want to see everything there is to see, you definitely need to spend more than a week on this tour. Another beautiful town that is definitely worth stopping in is Charlevoix, and this time I think I'm pronouncing that pretty much spot on. I really like the small towns with the main street that has these little shops everywhere. Also from here you can take a ferry and go to Beaver Island where they have a fun music festival in July. However, it wasn't July yet, so we kept on driving to our destination for the day, and that's Mackinaw City. We got to our hotel, we parked, and the first thing I saw when stepping out of the car was this giant, and I mean huge, hot dog on top of this building. The place is called Winterlicious, and of course I will eat there, but not today. We did the usual, checking into the hotel, getting all the baggages out, taking everything upstairs, unpacking, and then we relaxed for a little bit. Then I was literally on the phone for probably 45 minutes trying to find a spot for us to eat, something that's, close by, not too expensive, and something that can satisfy the taste buds of 4 different people. And let me tell you, it is not easy. But I did find something eventually, even though that turned into a whole different fiasco. I'm not even gonna get into that story. So we left the hotel to grab some dinner at El Zarape. I don't know, I kind of want to get into the story of why this turned into a whole fiasco. So basically, my mom wanted something specific that she didn't remember the name of, and she was, for some reason, having a very hard time describing what it is. The closest I got to what I thought she wanted was some sort of a taco, but different. And once the food arrived and she saw what I ordered for her, she's like, this is not what I wanted. I'm like, I do not understand what exactly you want. And eventually, me and my sister figured out that what she wanted was a chalupa from Taco Bell. Obviously not to go to Taco Bell, but she thought that chalupa is sold, in everything that has Mexican food. And as far as I know, the chalupa is more of a Taco Bell creation, right? Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this in the video. She might get pissed at me, but it was just so funny. And in the end, we were just laughing at it. But anyway, so let's just go back to the restaurant. After carefully checking the menu, I got myself a Baja Bowl. It came with grilled chicken, black beans, corn, sour cream, pico, and cheese dip, all on a bed of delicious rice. And no pun intended, but it's kind of like the Power Bowl from Taco Bell. It's just that it's better. So much better that it was gone in minutes. And see, even the plate didn't make it. And for dessert, we all shared some flan and some tres leches cake. After that, we went on a little walk exploring Central Avenue, which I call the main street, or the touristy area of Mackinaw City. And it was my favorite type of streets because it was packed full of all kinds of different stores. There was a lot of food and mostly dessert places mixed in with souvenir shops. And then I found this store that does printing and embroidery on t-shirts, hoodies, and literally every piece of clothing that you can think of. So long story short, remember that hoodie I got? I forgot at a Telltale. And it's getting cold here again, so I'm gonna look and shop for another one. Hopefully I can find one. Hopefully it's not overpriced, but I guess we'll find out. No, just browsing, looking around. Thank you though.
Yeah, no problem. So, you get one free design and any of the blank stuff.
I'm pretty sure if I keep this, everyone is gonna yell at the screen saying you should get the GB Kuhleen logo. I know, I probably should, but...
We have 3 days, you think about it.
True. We also visited a souvenir shop to look for magnets and gifts for everyone back home. Do these count as miniatures? So I'm honestly here mostly for the magnets because I'm getting magnets for everything. For everywhere I go to. This is funny. All the Michigan ones are gone.
Smells good in here.
Look, more miniature stuff.
He's gonna leave you.
There's some pretty cool stuff here. They did a pretty good job gathering different types of things. A little bit of everything for everyone, I don't know what to get though. This is just the second day, so maybe I can get some in upcoming days. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not in the mood for getting gifts right this moment. I don't have that open mind of ooh, this is good for this person or this is good for that person. Maybe I can get some bracelets. Kind of want something more unique that would remind me of this place,
And they not only did they do the island, but they went to St. Helena.
Yeah, no, I don't feel any of these. Let's keep exploring. Well, we're definitely in the miniature area. It's actually a pencil sharpener. That's interesting. This is also a pencil sharpener. So is this. So is this. Yeah, I think they're all pencil sharpeners. This is crazy. Pencil sharpener, pencil sharpener, pencil sharpener, pencil sharpener. They're all pencil sharpeners. What is that?
It's
Oh.
like a pearl. They give you an oyster.
That's pretty cool.
Put it in there. It's kind of cute.
Oh wait, so there's an actual thing in there? And you
Yeah.
can... Whoa.
I saw it on TikTok.
That's a cool thing.
There's other ones like unicorn or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Make a wish and see what happens. Lavender wisdom. Gold. Oh, I want one of those.
Hey, I want one of those. Gold for wealth.
Hey.
Alright, well, this was nice. Do you want to go back out on the street and check out some more stuff? What is that? It's a Geico?
Oh,
It is a Geico, right?
This guy's
Oh,
a Geico.
this guy. Okay.
Cute.
That is pretty cute.
Oh, I can't want it.
Alright, let's go back out. This is seriously such a beautiful area. I mean, look. Right? I love it here. I don't know why it's not a little bit more busy. Like, where are all the people? It's Sunday. It's Sunday evening. It's not too late. I don't know exactly what the time is, but I'm gonna put it on the screen if I remember. But yeah, I don't know where all the people are. It's a little strange. I'm not even gonna go inside here. I mean, look at that. Let's keep exploring. Look, there's more over there. We'll have to go there a different day. This is just the first day here, so we have time to explore. Today's Sunday evening. I'm gonna be here until Wednesday. And then Wednesday, we're gonna go up in the Upper Peninsula and into Canada for a little bit. So yeah, ooh, I like that. And remember I just said there were a ton of sweets and dessert shops? Yep, there was a lot and I kind of wanted some, but I reached the limit for the day. And I was thinking, you know, we're gonna spend 3 nights here, so I will definitely get my hands on some sweet stuff eventually. At the end of the street, I found the gateway to Mackinac Island, which, by the way, I was so looking forward to visiting. I don't know why, but for some reason, this tastes even better now. Before heading to the hotel, we drove for a couple of minutes to check the Mackinac Bridge. This is a 5-mile-long suspension bridge that connects the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. We will eventually cross this bridge in a couple of days, even though my mom and my sister were terrified and really didn't look forward to it. It was starting to get dark and we were starting to get tired, but we did take a different route back to the hotel just to see a little bit more of the city. Right, guys, that was day 2, and I have a quick question for you. Even though I'm obviously not there anymore and all the footage I have has already been filmed, I'm just really curious to see if I ever do something like this, something similar in the future. Is there anything that you guys would like to see that I'm not including in the videos? Like, I don't know, for example, would you guys have loved to see, you know, the parts where I'm checking into the hotel, maybe a little bit of the room and kind of like, I don't know, things I'm watching in the evening or like when I'm getting up and stuff like that? I mean, that's just one example that I can think of, but if there's anything else, I am really looking forward to reading your comments because I will probably do more of these videos in the future and I want to know how I can improve these or if there's anything else specific. It's raining outside. It's raining really bad outside. Holy moly, it's like storming. Okay. Well, good thing we're kind of finished with the video. But yeah, if there's anything, please let me know. I want to improve these videos. I want to make them better, more enjoyable, more fun. And I was thinking about including those parts too, or at least like not including them, but filming them because I don't have the footage. But I was thinking that maybe that's something you guys don't want to see or it's boring or something, you know? But if you guys think that this is good enough and it's, you know, okay as it is, yeah, let me know about that too. Thank you once again for joining me on this trip. I really do hope you enjoyed day 2. Thanks in advance for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And now, as usual, you guys stay golden, keep on shining, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.